Today we are integrating this function. So y equals 1 over x, or x to the negative 1. X to the negative 1. So this is a very special case. So we're not looking at x to the negative 2, we're looking at x to the negative 1. Okay, 1 over x. Alright, so you may recall, I think it was about a month ago, we did the derivative of log. Do you remember doing that? The derivative of log. And you got this as the answer. So we did the derivative of log. So we're going to do the opposite today. We're doing the integral of this. So you get log as the answer. Make sense? So it's not very complicated. It only becomes complicated when there's extra numbers involved. So like a coefficient, integral of that is natural log or ln, and don't forget the plus c. And this is for x greater than 0. So the extended rule, if you have a number in front of the x, it stays there, but it also is 1 over that number out the front. If there's a constant, so a b, it just stays in the middle of the natural log. If you have a constant on the, so here, if there is a number out the front, so let's say it's 3, you should remember this. If you have a constant integral, you can just bring it outside the integral function. So you just put a 3 out the front. Can I just bring your attention to this? So x is greater than 0 and ax plus b is greater than 0 needs to be considered for definite integrals, okay? So today I'm not going to do any definite integral examples, but have a look at that third one. You can see that's a type of definite integral example where we're subbing in numbers. There's no plus c, as you guys remember, for definite integrals. Any questions? So, first one, see if you can do it. Go. So we're finding the integral of this in terms of dx. So we can just bring the constant we can bring the coefficient out the front. We can bring the 7 out the front, not the 9. Okay, so this becomes the natural log of 9x, and you have to bring the 9 at the front as well. Don't forget what? Plus c. So any questions? I brought the coefficient out the front. I also left it in front of the x, and the 7 is there. Bring the 2 out the front. So it's just the natural log. We bring the coefficient of x there. Natural log of brackets 1 plus 5x plus c. There's a number in front of x. So I brought that out the front under the fraction, but I also leave it there as well. It's no special rule. With a fancy name, you just do what? You just expand the brackets. because you will probably get a completely different answer. What do you mean? There's an x on the top of the fraction, yeah. So you have to first expand the brackets. First expand on a question like this, where it's a squared. Okay? This is for a squared. So this simplifies further. X squared divided by 2x. That's pretty easy to integrate. What about this one? This one? You can't do anything. Okay, so then you just, hopefully you remember this, you integrate each term individually.
How do you integrate the first one?
What's the integral of x?
Oh, right, never mind, I'm done. Thank you.
The integral of x over 2, x cubed, x squared. So add 1 to the power, divide by that power. Remember the basic rule we did a very long time ago? For integrals, add 1 to the power, divide by the power. What's the power here? It's 0, so it becomes 1, or x to the power of 1. Okay, next one, we just did this. It's a special rule. Bring the 9 out the front, and we have the natural log of 2x. Don't forget the plus c. So we integrated each term individually. Yeah? Everyone happy? So just don't forget that first step in the red writing. Expand first.